Welcome back to the middleman of jurors. My case. Ethics is knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is right to do. Defaming a priest in the temple of justice. Defamation is a civil wrong taught in Nigeria that can lead to a lawsuit. It involves making false statements about another person that damages their reputation. There are two main types of defamation: libel, that's written defamation, and slander, spoken defamation. To prove defamation in Nigeria, the plaintiff must show that the statement was false, caused injury to their reputation, and was not protected by any privilege or defense. Defense to defamation claims in Nigeria include truth, fair comment, honest opinion, and privilege, e.g. statement made in legal proceedings. Remedies for successful defamation claim in Nigeria can include monetary damages, injunction to stop further publication, and apologies. Nigerian's constitution provides for freedom of expression, but this can be limited to prevent abuse, including false statements that damage reputations. Nigerian Cybercrime Act 2015 also addresses online defamation and imposes penalty for the transmission of false digital communication. Defamation lawsuits are fairly common in Nigeria, though the laws and their application can sometimes be complex. Consulting a Nigerian legal practitioner is advisable for specific cases. The publisher of a defamatory statement must be ready to face the consequences of his actions at all times. When you disparage a person's reputation in the eyes of the right-thinking members of society, you have committed a civil wrong actionable in law. It does not matter the medium or platform deployed. What is important is that the third party was reached with that information. The act is committed. My verdict: in the Verydarkman's case, defamation is deducible from his action, and his resolve in denial that he did not defame the Falanas is unfortunate, because that video put out the Falana in bad lights. The apology demanded by the chambers of Falana would have toned down the tension if the Verydarkman was properly guided. You cannot throw caution to the wind at all times to upstage an idea or hate. Count the cost of the fight before you set out to the ring. A good legal advice can save you all the stress and put you in the right frame of reference in the case under consideration. I shall go to Rabbi again.
I think Verydarkman needs not just a lawyer, he also needs a manager, because the GIA Jew is just fresh from law school. Well, I hope you will not send him to the pieces.
That's exactly what it is doing. That's what it is doing.
Look, in defamatory suits, right? Normally, as the lawyer is initiating that first letter, they will already be telling you, look, you're liable to the tune of 1 billion, 2 billion, 100 million, 500 million. The Falana chambers, they're just giving you warning and saying, sir, in the next 24 hours, just on the same platforms that you publish the defamation, go and apologize that you did not know. You in his wisdom said, Oga, you have even confirmed that the video in question is true by saying to us that Bobrisky called you. It's not you who called Bobrisky. So therefore, instead of chasing defamation, you will focus on the matter at hand. My own submission: may the GIA not lead Verydarkman. Let me call this government again. Martin Vincent Ose to jail.
Well, I think if we look at it, actually, this thing may land a lot of people in trouble. Yes, and it's already exposing things that, one thing about Nigeria is this. A lot of people are engaged in
shady deals.
Is it shady deals? What would, in some countries like China, actually lead to execution? Yes. Very, horrendous crimes against the state. Yes. There are a lot of people in government and private sector. Yes. Somebody was telling me about a deal where some people made 35 million for doing nothing. And all they just said is, okay, you pay 20 million to one government agency to show that something was done in the name of government. But the funny thing, that 20 million is not going to the agency of government. I'm saying
no.
They don't want to retire it.
No.
It will be. What is the word to use that? It will be placed. It will be couched in the fact that it was paid to government. But whether the ship,
it will not be retired to the government coffers. It will be, they will hijack it like
it was agreed, and the money was shared.
Jeez.
Somebody got 2.5 million for doing nothing, as in just like that. But because and then the other things. Let me tell you, some of these contracts, when you call people, this contract or this and this, I learned that what is
because government officials have already collected more than half of the money.
No, that one was
the contractor can no longer able to.
The Public Procurement Act has been changed. So they don't pay you like Richard Guy's when they were paying the what do you call it, mobilization fee.
Yeah, they don't pay that. Now you go and source the fund.
So you don't even source any fund. You know the difference in Ireland, government officials have their own construction companies. So what you do, you will agree with them. This is how much we go to those officials. And then you, the contractor, this is what we go to you. Are you okay? If you're okay,
they will go and do the work.
But this has been ongoing on.
Whether they will go and do the work or not do the work, but didn't you read that ICPC forced like 50 or was it 500 contractors back to site? 500, yes, is a current issue. 500 contractors back to site.
You see, the third mainland bridge that has just been renovated. They are already proposing another 40 billion to renovate it.
Yes. So back to Bobrisky disappointment, because you brought the propaganda video. I said I don't trust this work. He said, for once believe them. I said, okay, let us wait. He didn't take.
What are they going to repair?
They said they're going to do resurfacing that time.
Now, what are they doing now?
Resurfacing that has made people to
now 40 billion.
You know the thing? Back to this Falana.
Nigeria.
Let me tell you something.
You will be sane.
Let me tell you
skepticism that you will without TBC.
That name Falana was used deliberately. It's not a mistake. It's a hook now. It's a deal. It's something. If not for the name Falana, people will not be interested in the case.
True. Very true. Me, I'm actually mentioning Verydarkman for the first time.
If you remember under the term of Bauer, the former EFCC chairman, somehow they dragged Falana's case.
Yes.
He bought a house.
The house. Yes. I remember that.
So you see, the way information.
But that one was false.
No, this one is false. And the thing for Falana is this. He will continue to fight. But you see, that's one of the problems of being goldfish, because your name, once they just put it in the wrong way, will sell the headline. You will fight here.
It will go viral.
They will bring another one here. They'll bring that.
So you will not be fighting left, right, and center.
That one. If you send him to jail, who have you sent to jail? You didn't send anybody.
Except that
if you send
Falana put out his address and we all know where it is.
It was not Falana that put out his address. It was Jollof.
Yes, he was having problem with Verydarkman and Jollof.
So what is the point that I didn't know Verydarkman again?
No,
Falana's letter. Put out his address.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, who is Jollof? I would not have known Verydarkman or Jollof.
Before today, Jollof is an SSA to the governor of Delta State. Okay, so before
Look at
today,
that, I didn't even know.
But
they have already put out
look at what
address
discussing
by
public policy.
No, it's very important to discuss it. Do you know what?
no when it comes
you seen-
when it comes to damage like this, institutional damage or human capital damage,
Yes.
it does not matter who is involved. We have to call the names.
I know.
I'm
It's an entity. It's a Nigerian.
Let me ask you something.
Mm.
Some people last week hung a banner somewhere in the US and said Kamala Harris is an idiot in public. They actually took a video of them hanging.
That is
Then
ground democracy. That's a bigger democracy we are dealing with.
Look at the AI video. The video where they claim that there were two ladies that were in the video with PDD.
Mm-hmm.
There is this video out now where they're claiming that one of the ladies was Kamala Harris. But thank God some people responded to that video and mentioned the name
Of the real lady.
of the real lady.
Before they use AI to manipulate it.
Deep fake.
Something else. Something else. Yes, it's good that Falana has, said he should apologize. But that won't be the end of people throwing stones at him. Because I noticed one strange thing about us Nigerians.
Very true.
It's as if we are come to take poverty, slow veneliness, living from hand to hand as a better condition for all Nigerians. So anybody who is saying
Well, people have been reduced to that now. Ostensibly.
So I has a saying. Tell us that thing that you normally say. That Nigerians have made an agreement or something with poverty.
Yes, they have
Covenant.
yes, they have a covenant with poverty. Anytime they have the opportunity to change their story, they go sell their vote. When they remember their communion with poverty, they pull out from that thread and go back because they are scared of breakthrough. They are scared. They don't know what it looks like. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I will not be able to afford everything I need. All of a sudden, Nigeria will not because it's scary.
Look at it.
So they choose to go back to commune with
See
poverty.
what is going on abroad among Nigerians abroad now. Nigerian women living abroad suddenly begin to see how life can really be.
Freedom.
And then they start dealing with their husbands.
Yeah.
The extent that there was this video about a Nigerian policeman,
It's very common.
that came out to say, stop coming to report your husband. So you just wonder.
It's very
about
common.
Nigerians.
Yes. Yeah, I remember a case in the US where a woman had gone to complain and then they told her now family matters. Family matters are protected under the United States Constitution. There's not every time you just be even family communication, phone communication, all that they are protected under the Nigerian Constitution, Section 37. Protect family conversation. The family is sacred. It's the smallest unit of society.
True.
There are a lot of laws that protect it because the moment it's destroyed, everything is destroyed.
True.
So they had to tell them that because the truth is that we largely so in Nigeria, marriage is actually a poverty alleviation program. Most times, no, but that's the truth.
Yes, true.
Most times, the woman is coming from a wretched background.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the man is coming from a wretched background, and other times, both of them are coming from wretchedness. You understand? So once they get abroad, the first person that is easily influenced by the wow, everything is the woman. Then she begins to understand. Once she starts meeting this Nigerian meeting, they have some old cargoes, dinosaurs that have been abroad. They are lost already. They've been there for years. They know all the laws. They know all the domestic whatever it is. Once she starts to listen to them, the next thing that she starts to look down at you. You are the one who sponsored the trip abroad. She's there now. She begins to feel bigger, some kind of importance that makes no sense. That destroys family. Whatever it is, there's nothing in this world that's bigger than family. Nothing. Just keep fooling yourself to believe that you have now become one thing, detached from family. You are not looking at family as we against them in your own home. So yeah, it doesn't end well all the time. And
it doesn't end well. Very dark person said Falana and his son farms. Whereas You were referring to fouls.
Fouls.
You are referring to fouls, you not drag the man.
He dragged his father in.
Deliberate. Which is very sad.
Anyway,
And when you look at
his sponsors will have to come and because he has written him.
Do you know, but look at it.
Yes, Falana has replied him. The FCC has also written
Even after Jury Emeka.
No, where's yes.
For me, I don't even think it's deliberate. I think it's just
ignorance.
yes, ignorance, a lack of knowledge, a lack of what to say. He wants to make the case big.
So he has a call in.
You understand? So he's not saying I'm very disappointed. These are the people I look up to. You understand? He went fast saying Abi as far as they do, referring to reality. Yes, now if you look at it now, it's
that's Francis lawyers put it in the
yes. Now
they did nicely omitted that part in his own response.
They just not this. So now see, look at it. If you go to Twitter where they have that letter under the thread, you see where people are saying Bobrisky husband don't talk, referring to fast.
Imagine.
So now you see that the seed of defamation is growing. And you come out and say it's not defamation. But the seed you have sown is growing. There are people on this social media that don't believe anything except it's on social media.
True.
They don't believe anything outside social media.
No, because they don't read newspaper.
So
they have no access.
Those ones are already disparaging fast in the family. So that's defamation need not be published to the whole world. Once it is published to one person, a third party.
It's enough.
And it does not matter the channel. Once one person has gotten it, then you have defamed the person.
How many years did
you have to? It's a civil case. The penalty is actually damages. Then they ask him to go and but you can still end up in jail too because if you refuse to pay, they will now file a case to bring you to court to come and show cause why this action should not be taken against you. When you come, you could not show that they will now file the second document to commit the person to prison. So whichever way you look at it, either you are paying the billions, million, whatever, or
you are going to
so the best thing to do
is to avoid it.
The lawyer ought not to have written that he was not defamed.
He was not defamatory.
Well, you need to also know what defamation is as well before you can even communicate.
This is an interesting legal case.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a time a governor arrested a journalist. They broke bottles and shaved his hair.
I remember.
Yes, put him behind bars.
I remember.
The man took a lawyer, he came to Port Harcourt. 75, I think 77, 76. Then that journalist's wife was 8 months pregnant. The case went on. The state government lost. And Mr. Mackley won. I like when these kind of matters come up. Whether right or wrong, the quality of legal representation Verydarkman wants to use is also an interesting side.
No, you should go.
We are going to sit down here and disparage. Do you understand?
Disparage lawyer.
No, please leave him. He knows what he's doing. So let this matter.
Very come to you very soon.
Let this matter take these people. But you see, no. The thing is this. Falana is an activist. He's a well-known titan in that
space. So now go and choose a baby lawyer.
He's not a baby lawyer. The judge and do too has made it.
No, he has a right to any counsel of it.
Yes, you follow me now.
I follow you. Follow my
sorry, the judge and do too has made has sufficient mileage in Nigeria.
Yes.
So it will be nice to see these people go to court and do the legal fireworks. Look, I think Onju was among the lawyers that went to free the president. So you people are sitting.
What offense does president
you are thinking that
which offense does president
wait.
Well, in the eyes of some people,
imagine
he just followed people.
We are here
somewhere.
That he will not be a good lawyer. Please, I don't buy into that.
After somebody became an SCN. Because and then he was put in the thing and he filed that. I won't mention his name, but well, this is Nigeria.
So when we return, this is not the only case on justice, as juror Cyril Abaku will be crying for justice for ex-soldier Ruth Ogunleye. Stay with us.
Middleman.